Monty Hall. I did a gasoline commercial with him. My voice, when he was in, and I'm supposed to be ethereal or something, and I can't remember the contents, but it was a funny commercial, and it got the award. It started out in Texas, and it received an award, and they used it for a whole year. I know that the money was fantastic for the whole year's contract, and then they used it for the following year. I know I had to update a couple of lines, and it was one of my biggies. One of the biggest ones I ever had. My agent called me up, and he said, "Got a commercial for you." I think it was like 6 words, and I can't even think who they are. It was some huge conglomerate, a big company. They wanted Don Pardo's voice, like saying Standard Oil Company, the Pardo Oil Company, or something like that. They wanted the name Pardo in it. So anyway, my agent called me up and he says, are you standing up? I said, yeah, why? He said, you may want to sit down. He says, you got one here for 6 words. You got to go on voiceover. Complete it. It says, you're getting $25,000. Gee, I used to do a lot of those things for $200, $500, you know. So he says, you're getting $25,000. So I go and I do it. I walk in the studio, it's fantastic. So I think I'm giving the man the level, 6 words. I get into the booth, like a telephone booth. I was there in its entirety, the whole thing was 15 minutes I was out of the studio. So I get on mic and says, all right, give us a level, the engineer. So I take 6 words and I rattle them off. Figure, I'm just giving them a level, level okay? He said, that's fine. That's the take. The producer says, what? I says, that isn't, no, I want to do it right. I didn't feel the voice. I like to do it. He says, that's what we want. It's a take. I'm exaggerating that it sounded funny, Probably sounded good. I was, giving a good level. So he says, that's a take. So that was, I said, no, I would like to do it with, real commercial type. If it makes you feel better, the producer from the agency says, go ahead, give it to us. So, this is a take. And I'm happy. He says, that sounded pretty good, Don, but we're still taking the first take. I walk out. So I get back to the studio, and about an hour or two, whatever, my agent calls up and he says, they were pleased, everything's fine. He says, are you still standing up or sitting down now? I says, I'm standing up. I'm on the phone. Right? Relax. You're not getting $25,000. Well, naturally, I figured it was ridiculous anyway. I used to do things like that, but in the early days, even before agents, $200, $300, $500, $1,000. Big. So you're sitting down. You're not getting $25,000. So what's he going to tell me? I'm only getting $5,000, $10,000. So what? I was there 15 minutes. He says, you're not getting $25,000. You're getting $50,000. Huh? $50,000. He found out that it was going to be used abroad to a few countries, their subsidiaries, Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. 50,000. I said, this for all set. I bring this up because this is the biggest thing that ever happened of fees. And I get home, I get my check, you know the way they do it with all deductions and so on, so on, so on. So I'm saying 50,000. I've never seen a $50,000 check. Like you're dreaming, like it's, well, you got a few on the taxes or something. So check comes in. Naturally, your agent's fee immediately got it broken down, breaks it down. It's 45,000. Then you got your federal tax. I think I was a widower then. Bring it down. You pay, which is good. Right through the nose. Look, net $23,900. I took a look at this check, which I'm dreaming, $50,000 check. $23,900. I took the check and I went, check! I'm sitting in the kitchen. Jeez. And I look back and I say, I think I ought to pick that check up. That's not bad. 23,000. Besides, I'm going to get something back from the government anyway. I overpaid through the nose. So that's the story of my first commercial that was that brief, $50,000. Other than that, they're pretty good. So I don't want you to tell me that I'm too poor a man. I'm very wealthy. Modicum. I married into money. All mine.